Ohayo! My name is Mitoku and welcome to Okami HD, the remastered version of the, I think 10-year-old, no, don't do that, of the 10-year-old PS2 game. I think it got a remake for PS3 or 4, and now this is the HD remaster and I'm so hyped to play it. Also, would you kindly not do this? Thanks. Okay, so I have to move the cursor around. Please don't get disturbed by this. Okay, so first of all, I'm recording this for the second time because I had to reinstall everything on my PC, including Windows 7 and OBS and stuff. I didn't set the frame rate right on OBS, so the footage of my camera, my face cam, I hope it's there now, and OBS didn't match up. And also, well, I could have just released the video without the face cam. That wouldn't be a problem. Well, every other video from this week will have no face cam, in fact, because of that issue. But apparently Audacity doesn't like this game, so I have to record it with my lavalier mic and my phone again. So I'm sorry for the crappy audio, but just for the sake of recording this, I have to do this. Anyway, let's finally start this awesome game. Okami, Okami. I hope this works out. If you see this, it has worked out all the way, and I'm glad it did. We have story by Hideki Kamiya. No, Hideki Kamiya, sorry for that. So we get an intro in the Japanese hand scroll painting style, which is really great. Also, I'm gonna read all of this because voiceover, it exists, but it doesn't spell out the words on screen. So I'm gonna read all of this. Long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. Orochi the eight-headed snake is actually a piece of the Japanese legends. And actually, more or less everything has a connection to the Japanese mythology, but some things might have been a little bit distorted for the sake of this game and its story. So I'm just gonna throw some Japanese knowledge at you from time to time. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. Yeah, it really is a horrific beast. And the transitions, as if you would hold a hand scroll, it's just so beautiful. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. A white wolf. Who could that be? I wonder. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shirai's swift movements. So he did some sparring with the wolf. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the sake place, of course. The home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Also, maybe you know of Izanami and Izanagi, the two creators of Japan. Well, as written down in mythology. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by the sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home, as Nagi stood bravely before the entrance. A beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 flashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moon's light. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. It seems like a castle dragon or something. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf, that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing into the darkness. So Shiranui is actually a good guy. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. There you have the gust of wind, painted by a brush, which is really cool. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. It made the moon appear. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Oh, Shiranui is dying because Shiranui protected Nagi in the fight from Orochi. So that wolf was really a good guy after all. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. And it died. Oh, poor little wolf. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. How fitting, because you see, Tsukuyomi is one of the 3 children of Izanagi and Izanami. And Tsukuyomi is male, or depicted as male. So and it's a symbol of the moon. So the moon is actually male in Japanese. Well, I think in every other culture the moon is female and the sun is male, but in Japanese culture it's the other way around. The sun is female and the moon is male. And nice little fact, in German it's also that way. I think that those are the only 2 cultures who has those attributes to the sun and the moon. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. So they didn't face endless peace after all. Because in fact, so we're in the moon cave and this is Nagi's blade. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. Apparently not. And that guy just freed Orochi again and is scared for his life. Whee! Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. How about no? How about no? Did that person actually utter those words? I'm still not quite sure of that. But it seems that Orochi is freed from its bonds. And it still looks like a castle dragon to me. Oh, there go the trees. There go the trees. Bye bye. So, a horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki. The village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Yep. Apparently there's a tree in this village with a protective goddess in it. And this is the goddess of said tree. It's wood sprite Sakuya. I don't know the significance of Sakuya. It's definitely a Japanese name. But other than that, I don't know any Sakuya from mythology. Well, maybe Princess Sakuya? Maybe. I'm not quite sure. How troublesome! This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has inspired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. It's the mirror. Or shield or whatever with flames. And this was the statue of Shiranui, if you remember from the storytelling just now. So Shiranui was Amaterasu all along. Amaterasu being the sun goddess and sister of Tsukuyomi in Japanese mythology, either way. So yeah, here we have the beautiful wolf Okami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed a bit. Well, we didn't see the white wolf because it was only like a shadow figure, so we couldn't tell if there were some red stripes and drawings on the fur. But apparently, well, it's true to statue. I don't know if they added those later on, but apparently this is us, the player character. We are playing as Amaterasu. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff, sniff. Oh yeah, just go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. I guess you're tired after just spending 100 years and just standing there as a statue. Also, wait. The statue wasn't made out of the wolf's body, right? It was a statue made in the image of the wolf. So, the spirit of the wolf transferred to the statue, or Sakuya transferred the spirit? Whatever. I'm not quite sure if that gets resolved in the game. But apparently, we are a statue. Or were. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. Nippon being an older pronunciation of Nihon. Well, still today, I think there's no official pronunciation. Well, usually people prefer Nihon over Nippon, because Nippon is also associated with World War and stuff. So most people use Nihon instead of Nippon. But I think there's no official settlement which one is the, I would say, correct way to pronounce the name of Japan. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Whoa! Controller shaking. Good gosh. What the heck? Huh? What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? And it just came right out from between her boobs. Phew, what on earth? You again? Oh, I think it's a little flea or something. Ow, 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 are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Buck? Buck? I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. You know? So this is the wandering artist, Isun. This is a funny guy. I'll show you. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Donk. Yeah, it's really beautiful, but I would have depicted the head a little bit different. What do you think, huh? Even cuter than the real thing, no? Just landing on Amaterusa's nose. What the heck? What's with you, furball? You kinda look down in the dumps. Isun, excuse me, this is Amaterasu, the holy goddess and stuff and all, you know, you should probably be a little bit more polite. No. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it! You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Ah, spit. Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. Ew! You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Well, watch your tongue there, or you'll regret dealing with the great Amaterasu. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaru, against you. Sword? That little tiny piece of, what's that actually? Brush? Leaf? What is that? Well, it's tiny, but all of a sudden you're glowing pink? Maybe it has some special abilities. Oh. Hello? Is the world going to end? What's that growling sound? Why is it so dark anyway? Oh great God, Amaterasu! I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. So there is the great tree that protects the village. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. Well, maybe not. Maybe you should trust her. You're just bouncing on Amaterasu's nose. Listen. Come on, you know better. The village spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. The girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. True that. True that. So we can finally like move around and stuff after, what was that? 25 minutes? Yeah, this game has one of the longest intros of any game. But yeah, this is necessary. So there's no way that we can reach this. We will actually get some powers if we go through this portal thing, whatever. Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. LB changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? Okay, there we have. Yep, we can do this. Good. Also, crap. I adjusted the camera settings, but it's... I hope I get used to this thing here. Oh well, oh well. This here? Hold on! That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. Yep, so let's just save here. Yep, see, I've already played like 50 minutes with this, but we're just gonna overwrite this data. Because, yeah, that recording was of no use. So, we are actually here. Yay! And there's a beautiful moon there, and also this is the way the whole game looks. Like in this Japanese brush style, and it just looks beautiful. I just love the style. Ah, there we have headbutt. Headbutt. So yeah, we got through with the intro. That is really, really long. Also, you got to know some of Japanese folklore and stuff. I hope you enjoyed the little lesson. Oh yeah, sit down please, Amaterasu. Sit. And stay there. Thanks. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Well, good night then. Good night. So yeah, if you enjoyed that, if you want to hear me more ramble about Japanese folklore and stuff, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't enjoy that, then also let me know so I can adjust my play style to this. And I will only like give you inputs if there's like a new name popping up or a new game mechanic or whatever. Also regarding game mechanics, we soon get our special abilities, and it's all about drawing and brushwork and stuff, and it's gonna be amazing. Ow! I just smacked my elbow, crap. So yeah, I think this does it for this episode. Thanks everybody so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay true to yourselves.